Welcome to the Official Personality Guru. ENTJs are not necessarily good with emotions, but that doesn't mean they are intentionally cruel. They're prone to hiding their own emotions and sentimentality, viewing it as a weakness that should not be made known to others. They're highly rational, good at spotting problems, and excel at taking charge. These tendencies make them natural leaders who are focused on efficiently solving problems. Today, let's talk about ENTJ feelings and emotions and how ENTJ handles inner feelings. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the Official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. ENTJs are known for their strong intellectual presence and impressive ability to meet goals and innovative with precision and speed. They make great leaders and entrepreneurs and are often seen in the world of politics, business, and physics. Because of their strong use of extroverted thinking, they are decisive, goal-oriented, and have nearly strong reasoning abilities. Their intuitive side helps them to be incredible strategists with clear insights into which plans will work and which ones won't. They are not afraid to think outside of the box and take risks to make their ideas come to life. If you look through our history books, you will find many ENTJs, people as Napoleon Bonaparte, Julius Caesar, Alexander Hamilton, and possibly even Aristotle. ENTJ personality types are notorious for being unemotional and sometimes insensitive. They face most of life's challenges with a practical, strategic approach and tend to keep their emotions under wraps. For people close to ENTJs, it can be tough to get underneath their tough exterior. ENTJs are forward-thinking planners who keep an eye on the future and are always coming up with ways to improve things, expand, and succeed. They use their masterful control of intuition and thinking to strategize and dream about what could be achieved in the future. When they aren't allowed to pursue their visions and plans, they feel bored, unfulfilled, and stressed. ENTJs are extremely goal-oriented and will use any healthy means necessary to achieve their goals. They can stand being around incompetence or being guilty of it themselves. This is a weakness in their minds that is nearly unforgivable. Efficiency and constant progress are essentials in the ENTJ world. ENTJs are single-minded in their focus and extremely driven towards their goals. They like to finish one project before starting another and discuss one idea thoroughly before moving on to the next. Interruptions can cause them to have an uprising of stress and anger that they have to work hard to stifle and ignore. If you are wondering how to talk about feelings with an ENTJ, bear in mind that it is often a gradual process. ENTJs might be unwilling to give up too many details about their emotions and they can put up barriers to stop you from getting in. That being said, you can still encourage an ENTJ to open up to you by framing the conversation carefully. ENTJs are often viewed as cold or unfeeling people, but this is not true at all. Stereotypes come from misunderstanding people and situations, and so it is important to reach that deeper level of understanding. ENTJs do still experience emotions just like everyone else, even more than people realize. They just don't express them or process them in the same way as most people might expect or be used to. ENTJs have their way of responding to emotions and ultimately try to make decisions based on logic and facts, but this doesn't mean they don't still feel things deeply. Despite their verbal abilities, ENTJs are not always good at understanding other people's emotions. Expressing emotions can be difficult for them at times, and their tendency to get into debates can make them seem aggressive, argumentative, and confrontational. People can overcome this problem by making a conscious effort to think about how other people might be feeling. They may struggle to understand or get along with more sensitive personality types. While they are extroverts, they are not emotionally expressive and other people may see them as insensitive. When you're talking about feelings with an ENTJ, you must take it slow, deep. Emotional conversations usually develop gradually, and you are more likely to encourage an ENTJ to talk about their feelings if you ease them into it. If they feel pressured into sharing, they are likely to calm up. You could start by sharing some of your emotions surrounding a particular topic and then asking how they feel. If you can speak about your emotions in an honest, open way, you can create space in which they can also share. Their inferior function. For the ENTJ, their feeling function is in something high up in their stack, and so It isn't the strongest of their processes. Their inferior function is FI, or introverted feeling, which is normally focused on internal emotions and understanding oneself. This is something that the ENTJ uses, just not the same as someone who would use this function dominantly. For the ENTJ, their FI helps them gain a firm sense of self, rooted in their moral beliefs. While ENTJs might not allow emotions to rule them or their decisions, they do play a role in certain aspects of their lives. They do care about doing the right thing. They just also filter this information through facts and evidence. They want to be sure they are doing the right thing. And so they use this inner sense of morals to give them a deeper insight sometimes. ENTJs don't completely neglect this function. They simply focus more on facts. For the ENTJ, knowing the concrete information helps them to be secure in their choices. They don't want to allow emotions to control their decisions. Since they don't entirely trust these inner feelings, this doesn't mean that emotions are meaningless to the ENTJ. It simply means they don't want to allow them to dominate their lives and decisions. For the ENTJ, it is important to ensure that when they take action, they are using their inner minds and facts to move forward. Their introverted feeling does make the ENTJ more focused on their own inner emotions than it does the emotions of others, and often is how their morals come into play when it comes to their own lives. How about you? As an ENTJ or any other personality types, how do you handle inner feelings or emotions? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. They can often bury their feelings. ENTJs do have a hard time fully processing their own emotions sometimes, and so they tend to bury them and bottle them up. ENTJs just don't entirely understand how to respond to these emotions, and so sometimes they neglect them entirely. This doesn't mean they don't experience feelings with the same depth and intensity as others. It just isn't something the ENTJ naturally feels comfortable handling. There are times when it feels easier for them to simply push those emotions aside and focus more on getting things done efficiently. Since ENTJs value efficiency so much, they just don't prioritize emotions or feelings which can be fleeting and get in their way when it comes to certain actions. ENTJs don't want to deal with these things they don't understand all that well, since this can trip them up. Since emotions aren't something they can peg down as factual, it becomes something the ENTJ tends to avoid, especially when working. They bury their feelings because they don't fully know how to process or understand them, making it difficult to do so. While they might bury these feelings inside, it doesn't make them any less real for the ENTJ. Sometimes, it can even cause these inner emotions to build stronger, since they spend so much time trying to ignore them and what it means for the ENTJ. There are times when these feelings can build up and cause them to have moments where they feel overwhelmed by them even if people don't notice this expressed outwardly. Before we continue, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the Official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. They show affection differently. Since ENTJs do tend to prefer focusing on things more presently, they might not emotionally show their love and affection, since they prefer to be more factual. The way the ENTJ expresses their feelings is often in practical ways. They want to be able to show someone they care, and so they try to tend to their physical or practical needs. Instead of using emotions, the ENTJ tries to find ways to improve the lives of their loved ones and help them find solutions to their problems. For the ENTJ, using these means of helping someone is the best way to show that they care, since they value getting things done and finding ways to accomplish their goals. ENTJs might not be emotionally expressive people, but when they work hard to help someone, this is how they express these inner feelings. For the ENTJ, practical means are things they understand and know how to process, and so they are much more capable of using these things to help and make a real difference. While it can be hard for some people close to the ENTJ, since they don't find it easy to express affection or their emotions, they can do this in their ways which are deeply true and sincere for the ENTJ.